So today we're looking at Samsung's best, the Galaxy S26 Ultra, up against Google's best, the Pixel 10 Pro XL. And if you were thinking of which one of these two are better, well, to save you some time, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. The S26 Ultra is the clearly better phone. Now, if you want to know why I came to that conclusion, well, watch to the end and you'll see. I'm Mark, I make no BS tech reviews, I just say it how it is, so if that's something that you like, definitely consider subscribing. Today we're breaking down design, display, the processor, cameras, battery, software, thermals, and more to see which one of these come out on top. Luckily, right now, both of these phones are on sale. So the Pixel 10 Pro XL, usually it's $1,200, but right now it's actually discounted $300 at Best Buy, plus you get up to $450 off if you decide to trade in your old phone. Now the S26 Ultra, on the other hand, actually while I was editing, the deal got even better overnight, so that's interesting. So for the Samsung, I'm looking at the website, you can get up to $720 off with a trade-in, $30 off by just using my link, and you get double the storage for free. So the 512 gig costs as much as the 256 gig. They're basically giving these phones away. But anyway, if you guys are interested, link down below in the video description. So let's talk about the design. Well, the S26 Ultra is noticeably slimmer and lighter than the Pixel 10 Pro XL, 214 grams versus 232. It also, of course, has the built-in S Pen, which is a huge plus for note takers and artists. You have flat sides, Gorilla Armor glass with top-tier scratch resistance, IP68 water and dust protection. This thing is just packed to the brim with features. Now the Pixel 10 Pro XL does have that premium matte finish, the flat camera bar that doesn't rock when placed on the table. You have Gorilla Glass Victus 2, and it also has built-in magnets for Qi 2 and Pixel Snap accessories. Now both phones feel premium and durable, but I think just Samsung just wins in the hand comfort. That lightweightness and the slimness of the phone, it just really kind of makes it more comfortable to hold, at least in my opinion. Both screens are of course flagship grade OLEDs. On Samsung's side, you have a 6.9-inch dynamic AMOLED display, QHD plus resolution. Both phones do have the ability to go up to 120 Hz, and the Samsung S26 Ultra peaks at an impressive 2600 nits of brightness, whereas the Pixel 10 Pro XL peaks at a whopping 3300 nits. But the S26 Ultra also has an anti-reflective coating, and of course you can't forget about that groundbreaking built-in privacy display, which is the world's first. Now in terms of watching content, of course both of these phones are going to be more than fine. They look fantastic when it comes to their displays, but you know, when we're talking about just pure technicalities, the pure tech behind it, the Galaxy wins. I mean, you have that privacy display, and you can't forget about that anti-reflective coating, which, I mean, you guys can see for yourself. The difference is the difference is quite obvious as to which one is more reflective. Once you try that anti-reflective coating, believe me, you just cannot go back to a normal glossy display. It doesn't look right. You can see your face looking back at you. It's weird. I don't like it. And hey, did you subscribe yet? The S26 Ultra, of course, packs in that crazy powerful Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 made for Galaxy with the beefed up CPU, GPU, and the NPU. It obviously crushes benchmarks and to over 3 million, blazing fast AI processing, sustained gaming without throttling much, and up to 16 gigs of RAM on higher models, which of course is perfect for heavy multitasking and not to mention just longevity of the phone. The Pixel 10 Pro, on the other hand, uses Google's very own Tensor G5 with 16 gigs of RAM standard. That's right, standard on all storage options. It's optimized mainly for on-device AI, Gemini features, fly, and smooth daily use, but raw power lags behind. Gaming is solid, but not as sustained at ultra settings. So if you game really hard and kind of like to push your phone hard, the S26 Ultra, in my opinion, it just dominates. Now for heavy AI daily use, the Pixel, it does hold its own. Google really did improve the Tensor chip in the last couple of years, but it's just going in a bit of a different direction. They're not really going, for the most powerful phone in the world, but they are going for, the smartest phone in the world. So again, two different directions, but both powerful. Cameras are, of course, the big debate, if you haven't noticed. Now, Pixel's traditional strength versus Samsung's hardware push. Well, on the Samsung S26 Ultra, quad setup, 200 megapixel main with a wider aperture for better low light, 50 megapixel ultra wide, 50 megapixel 5x telephoto, and 10 megapixel 3x telephoto with, of course, a 12 megapixel selfie camera. Excellent detail, dynamic range, vibrant colors, pro video modes, 8K recording, and superior zoom stability. And I just really love that new Pro Video codec, the APV, along with log. Man, it gives you such great looking professional video. On the Pixel 10 Pro XL, you have a triple camera system, 50 megapixel main, 48 megapixel ultra wide with macro focus, and a 48 megapixel 5x telephoto zoom. 42 megapixel selfie, pretty darn impressive, at least in my opinion. In the real world, I think both of these phones take incredible looking photos. You really cannot go wrong with either or. But I don't know, there's just something about the photos coming from the Galaxy that I personally really like. But of course, photos are subjective. You guys may appreciate and like the Pixel 10 Pro XL a bit better. And guess what? That's fine because, like I said, both of these phones, beautiful looking photos. The battery life on both of these beasts is just insane. You don't have to be worried about it whatsoever. So on the S26 Ultra, you have a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, easily lasts all day with heavy use. It also supports 60 watt wired charging and 25 watt wireless. Now the Pixel 10 Pro XL is a slightly larger battery, 5,200 milliamp hours. It also is incredible all day. You easily can last this phone all day, no problem. 45 watt wired, 25 watt wireless with Qi 2 support. That's right, you have MagSafe magnets built into the phone. Samsung, watch, are you watching? That's it. You don't need a case, you don't need to do anything. Now you have like a wallet case that you can easily bring, like 5-6 wallets. You have a stand. MagSafe, it's so good. No case required, no special magnets required. They're built right into the phone. Now, to say which of these two phones last the longest, well, that really does depend on how you use your phone. For me personally, the S26 Ultra does give me better battery life. I think the reason is because of heat. If we compare how hot both phones get, we can see that the Pixel gets much hotter than the S26 Ultra. Anytime your phone gets hot, it doesn't just ruin the performance, but it also ruins your battery life, so your battery is going to go down quicker, and it also ruins your battery health, so how much of that battery is actually usable for years on end. So the cooler your phone stays, the better it is for longevity. The S26 Ultra, in my case, does last nearly 2 days of use, whereas the Pixel, it's easily an all-day phone, like all day and then maybe into the morning or midday of the next day. It is super, super good. But again, you do have that 60 watt charging on the S26 Ultra. So you can get this phone from 0% battery completely dead to 100% in around 45-46 minutes. That is crazy impressive. Now the Pixel, it does charge slower, 45 watts, and the battery is bigger by 200 milliamp hours. So logically, it's going to charge well over an hour to get to 100%, roughly about an hour and a half actually. So the S26 Ultra does also charge 45 minutes faster. Actually, I just realized you could charge 2 of the S26 Ultras one after another, and it'll be the same length of time as one charge on the Pixel 10 Pro XL. So that's another way of looking at it. Now, in terms of AI, both of these are actually very similar because remember, Samsung uses a lot of Google's own AI into the Samsung phone, so logically there's going to be a lot of things that are quite similar. Both now have the ability to type to AI and tell it what you want it to do in your photos, such as editing, with crazy damn good accuracy. Both also have call screening, which is new for the S26 Ultra, and both have circle to search. Pixel gets Magic Queue, Samsung gets the Now bar, both similar features with different names. If you're looking for the most amount of AI, I do think Google has that going for it, considering that they are making it themselves for their phone and giving some features away to other phones. But I do believe Pixel right now, like I said, is the smartest phone instead of being the most powerful phone. So you gotta pick and choose. So why am I picking the S26 Ultra as my personal winner? Well, you have better performance, better battery life, faster charging, better cameras, lighter and thinner design, as well as great display features. So which phone are you picking and why? Let me know down below in the comments. If you guys enjoyed today's video, definitely click that like button, and if you're new here and you like these types of no BS reviews, definitely subscribe. As always, this was Mark from MarkStack. Adios.